Go ahead.
Ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you all for coming this evening. Does anybody know what this is? I mean, other than it's a monitor. This is considered what's called the blue screen of death. And that's ordinarily what happens when your computer gets infected by a virus and it just won't function. That automatically defaults to the blue screen of death. Sounds pretty scary. Anyway, today I want to persuade everyone to aggressively install and monitor programs to their computer, hardware and software protection when using the internet. I'd like to share with everyone reasons why protecting your computer system and your personal identity are the smartest and safest policies to employ. The main points I want to cover are right here. Entertainment is the first main point I want to discuss real quickly. Knowledge, practical functioning, and then fourth is government authority. So to begin, let me ask: has anyone here ever used a computer for online music, gaming, movies, etc.? Well, that's what I'm going to address first, and that's entertainment. When we use the internet for live games and streaming and feeds, ordinarily we're subjecting ourselves to pop-ups and spyware and viruses and malware and scareware. Here's an article I wanted to read to you, a little piece of, from PC World, The Risks of Social Networking Games. And it reads, if you have a Facebook account, you're probably familiar with Zynga games like Farmville and Mafia Wars. Further into the article, it read, let's see, watch out for surveys. You might, for example, earn some quick Farmville cash by answering a brief survey. Sounds a lot better than using your credit card, right? But you're probably safer breaking out your wallet. So, that's pretty crazy. What happens usually when you go to a survey or something, in the fine print you'll find down there, it's annoying to try to read all that, but if you did, you'd see that you just all of a sudden subscribed to something for $9.99 a month. You know, and it continues like that with pop-ups and surveys and stuff. Now, let's quickly look at another point that I want to talk about, and that's knowledge and research. School or work type stuff, when you go to research things for school, or maybe if your employer asks you to look something up, you'll find out some data on this. So what you want to do, and what you must do, is be cautious and able to spot those potential dangers. Pop-ups that seem more prevalent or often and they're often on other specific sites, those tend to be some warning signs right there to close out the browser and get off of there, because they're just going to, attack your system with a lot of other issues that it'll slow your system down, and you just don't want to have to deal with that. Now, sometimes we might get scareware pop-ups. And from an article that I found in Inc. Technology entitled "Be Very Afraid of Scareware," which read, "Scareware consists of pop-up advertisements that appear warning users of security or supposed security threats. These fake virus programs take advantage of gullible users." Like this, for instance. You'll see critical error message, registry damaged and corrupted. So that's just right away, it's trying to tell you, you need to get this or buy this. It's just a pop-up. It's a fake antivirus program that's trying to run. And a lot of times, if you might think, well, I'll just click the X and close out of it. Well, then when you do that, you just initiated something else. So it's recommended to go click Control Alt Delete and then go to your Windows Task Manager and try to exit out of it that way. I could tell you a personal story myself, but anyway, I've had the same experiences and had to address some of the stuff. That's how I've learned a lot. Let's see, just remember the most important thing is that you're the boss and you can control, the way more than what you think, and control the way the computer actually functions just by taking some of these initiatives. Now, a third point I want to discuss is practical use, normal everyday activities. For instance, like PayPal and online banking, those are things we're familiar with probably. If in this day and age, it's a lot more common to use those type forums for doing your internet commerce or business commerce, period. Shopping, making reservations and things like that. Listen to this article from a magazine called Black Enterprise, written in 2003, entitled Protect Yourself. Unfortunately, identity theft is one of the fastest growing crimes in America. Thieves typically steal information, credit cards, social security numbers, etc. from the databases of large companies, then tap into the databases of credit reporting agencies to steal your identity. And then it goes on to cover more about, or simply hack into your home computer while you surf. Jeez. So how can you protect yourself? First, make sure you have solid protection when you surf the internet. Consider software applications like Norton Security, Zone Alarm Pro, or AVG. That's typically the one that I prefer. That's what I use. And then it goes on and says, Pro as a line of defense for your intruders. Second, do not give your name or personal information to anyone. So, and then it goes on and says, another way thieves get information about victims is via their online resumes. They just never give up. So, and you always want to look for the VeriSign symbol. That right there tells you, especially when you're using your money or your bank account, that tells you right there that you're on a safe site. So, this does directly affect us since electronic computer usage is growing, and so is the number of hackers out there. And finally, the last point I want to make is related to the federal government and their policy to protect our country's welfare of implementing the authority to have a cutoff switch to the internet and for the internet. So, and primarily that's what you get. You get nothing. They just shut us off. So I'm kind of for that because of the fact that their primary purpose is for this proposal is to protect ourselves from terrorists that are trying to invade our vital databases and get in, through the back door of the government and try to infiltrate and steal a lot of information in that respect, and just try to, destroy what we have, and that's why we need protection. So, and that's pretty big stuff. So, just to reiterate, the safest policy to follow for protecting ourselves when we use the internet, whether it's for, like I said, whether it's for entertainment, knowledge, or practical functionality, or the government authority being involved, what you want to do is you want to be cautious and know you're protected. So, as a final note, I hope everyone has been able to gain a better understanding of how to protect themselves and just how important it is to employ and actively create these type of protective habits, and be sure to install this type of software that helps you do this, that helps you protect yourself. So again, thanks for everybody to come and listen, and I hope you install your protection software. So have a good evening. Thank you.